Hey guys, what's up? It's Chasin here, and today I'll be talking about the single target demonology rotation as from patch 6.1. Since the patch 6.1, we've got some drastic changes towards demonology, but it's still an OP spec if you know how to play it. And I'll be happy to guide you through this entire process. So let's get started. Let's hop into the stat priority for Demonology Warlock. Basically, what I want you to do in terms of secondary stats is stack mastery. We need a lot of mastery, basically. Um, why, you might ask? Basically, because mastery increases our damage done, as well as our pet's damage done, and even better, it increases our damage done by some abilities in our demon form, by an even greater amount, actually. Um, but yeah, so I want you to stack mastery. I want you to stack mastery like your life depends on it. Um, Furthermore, it doesn't really matter whether the item has mastery, mastery critical strike, or mastery haste, or mastery multi strike. I don't know. Versatilities is our worst stat as a warlock. It's worst secondary stat. But actually, if there's mastery on the item, don't care, man. Just roll for it. Actually, um, for a set bonus, we want to take every item except for the gloves, which will be ideal. But yeah. Anyway, just stack mastery. Let's now look at the talents and glyphs, which we also need to take into account in order to do good DPS. But anyway, um, I will go over every tier and tell you why or why you shouldn't pick a certain talent. On the tier 15, what you should pick is Dark Regeneration. This is a very, very good cooldown, which will remove a lot of pressure on the healers, as well as heal you. However, I had been having some troubles with my pet staying alive, and for example in the Black Hand fight it kept dying there, so I had to pick Soul Leech. So basically, if you want to be safe, pick Soul Leech. It will generate a shield as well on you as on your pet, to prevent it from, taking serious damage. I have no clue why that happened, but yeah, I have to run with Soul Leech right now. But anyway, if you're not experiencing that problem, use Dark Regeneration. Harvest Life, we're not using Drain of Life anywhere or anyhow, so don't pick it. For the tier 30, Hall of Terror, we don't really want this. It's just an AoE fear, actually. It's more in terms of PvP. Then we've got Mortal Coil or Shadow Fury. Basically, if there's a fight where you need to stun the ads or, I don't know, keep them in place, if there are ads in the fight, the encounter, then you gotta pick Shadow Fury. For example, on Beast Lord or on Togar. Otherwise, pick Mortal Coil. However, I'm not really using Mortal Coil often. I mean, we don't really have downtime as a demo log, so unless, yeah, you're moving. If you're on a move, you can use it, but yeah. Anyway, for the tier 45, we want to be using Soul Link. Sacrificial Pact or Dark Bargain, we don't really want to use these. Um, Soul Link is actually a talent which splits the 20% of our damage taken amongst you and your demon pet. And it heals you for 3% of your damage dealt. And trust me, those can give you, like, or boost the healers of your raid group, remove the pressure of them. Together with Soul Leech, my demon does not die, actually. Basically, on the 60 tier, Blood Horror is a PvP talent. Unbound Will is in some situations useful when you need a dispel on yourself or anything, but it costs you 20% of your maximum health, which is a lot. In counter to Burning Rush, um, this is actually our only movement enhancing ability that we have, except for Demonic Leap or anything. But this is actually the thing that we want to go with. It costs you some health, 4% of your health, but yeah, just go with it, take it if you just move and you don't forget to press the button again to put it off. But yeah. On the 75 talent, we want to be using Grimoire of Service on single target and Grimoire of Synergy on multiple targets. Service actually makes us summon another Doomguard for 25 seconds. It recently got buffed. Um, and the thing what's so good about Service is it has a 2-minute cooldown. Exactly the same amount as the Dark Soul cooldown. So basically you have to line these two up all the time. And this will help you get insane numbers pumped out of your cooldowns or your procs or anything like that. Yeah, Mara Supremacy, you don't really want to get that anymore. It got nerfed as well. So Bordy tier 90, this is the way to go. Archimon's Darkness. Your Dark Soul now has 2 charges. Your best increase, well, damage increase ability now has 2 charges. That's crazy. I both use them in the opener, and then I just continue working around Dark Soul, which I will be explaining in the rotation in a second. But yeah, Kill Jade and Stunning, it recently got buffed, but it doesn't really, give you the DPS advantage. If you're on the move, use Touch of Chaos. Menrod's Fury, yeah, that's sucky talent, so don't look at it. Then for the 100 talent, previous patch, I love Demon Bolt. We had to use Demon Bolt, it was the best talent out there. You could stack it until 4 debuffs, but now you can only stack it to 2 because it got nerfed the grounded. So yeah, it's not really useful anymore. Don't use this. Basically, Cataclysm, I would only suggest using Cataclysm on multi-target fights, such as Beast Lord, Operator, or Chromok eventually, whatever you feel comfortable with, or Cleave fights, I don't know. But for the raw, pure single target, use Demonic Servitude. This will give you let you summon a Doomguard for an infinite amount of time until he dies, which will cost Doom Bolt every time. It will keep costing Doom Bolt and will give you so much damage output. It will give you a crazy steady amount of damage output, which is actually really useful. You don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to cast or do anything. It's just summon your Doomguard and you'll DPS. Then for the glyphs, what we really want to take is Glyph of Siphon Life. This heals us each time our corruption deals damage. And basically, the Glyph of Eternal Resolve, I'd suggest using it. It's just something together with your talents, Soul Link, for example. You will be taking not that much damage, but if there's like a fight where you absolutely need the damage reduction, remove this talent and replace it with Healthstone or anything and pop it at the damage ability. But yeah, furthermore, I usually only use Eternal Resolve actually. Basically, then for the third major glyph, we want Soulstone or Healthstone, whatever you feel comfortable with. If we do have a lot of combat reses in your raid group, use Healthstone, otherwise Soulstone. Then for the minor glyph, there's one minor glyph that I really want to talk about. That's the Glyph of Falling Meteor. Whenever you are about to take falling damage, use Demonic Leap and you won't take falling damage. This has saved my life on a Chromok fight where people are too egoistic the hands can be shared, so you will get knocked in the air. You will take a serious chunk amount of damage at first, so I used my Healthstone and then used the Falling Meteor, and yeah, I didn't really take any fall damage, it didn't kill me, so it saved my life actually. And now for the macros, actually, there are not really a lot of macros that we need to take into account. This one can be really useful if you have a use trinket. So basically, it's actually Dark Soul combined with your trinket. Then basically for Hellfire, we've got cast Hellfire, cancel the aura. So you press the button again, the Hellfire stops. And this one instantaneously tells you whether you just stop casting or you teleport away. Before I start my rotation or guide you through how the demonology way of DPSing works, I want to say that what you really need as in terms of making raiding easier and getting the maximum out of your class is the add-on named Tell Me When. As you can see, this will track my my dots and give you an overview which procs what procs you have, what cooldowns, all your trinkets and everything. It's really useful to use. So yeah, basically I'll probably make a guide on how it works sooner or later, but basically for now, just keep in mind that all these things you're seeing popping up on my screen is the add-on name Tell Me When. Now for the opener, your tank obviously wants to pull, and at around 4 seconds you want to pre-pot, and 3.5 seconds into the pull you want to pre-cast Soulfire, followed up by a Hand of Gul'dan, then cast your Doomguard combined with your Dark Soul, and then use Corruption on the target, cast one Shadow Bolt, and then use another Hand of Gul'dan. So your Hand of Gul'dan will be stacked and won't time out. Then you want to enter Demon form, use Doom onto your target, and whether you have Molten procs or Soulfire procs, consume them into your Demon form, and furthermore dump your Demonic Fury with Touch of Chaos. What we now want to do is actually save all our Soulfire stacks or procs for our next Dark Soul, because we do have 2 Dark Souls thanks to Archimonde's Darkness. We also want to keep our Doom and Corruption on the target. Basically, how we get as many Soulfire procs is actually by using Hand of Gul'dan stacking. Actually, what you have to do is have Hand of Gul'dan on your target for the most amount of time, while getting as well as getting the 2 stacks on your target. Basically, how you do this is by saving 1 charge of Hand of Gul'dan until the next charge will be up in 3 seconds, then use 1 charge, use 2 followed by 2 Shadow Bolts, and then use another charge so it won't time out. It will have a large uptime and a heavy dot on it. Basically, right now, we had enough stacks, so I've decided to enter Demon form, and I am using up all my Soulfire procs and emptying my Demonic Fury with Touch of Chaos. As you can see, I still have Dark Soul up. And now back to the ordinary. Basically, right now we have 50 seconds of saving up our Dark Soul procs. We want to have our dots sticking up on the target, so don't be afraid to go into do if your Doom is almost running out, don't be afraid to go into Demon form for a second, reapply your Doom, and that's it. Basically, we want to wait until our Hand of Gul'dan is on. Well, if we have 1 stack of Hand of Gul'dan, we want to wait until the next stack comes within 3 seconds. But this can, we have to do something in the meantime. So actually, what we're doing is we're casting Shadow Bolt as a filler. So yeah, as you can see right here, I am my cooldowns are almost up, so I decide to prolong it with some Shadow Bolt casts, reapply my Corruption, now go into Demon form, reapply my Doom, pop all my cooldowns, pop my Potion, because I know I've got a lot of procs, I've got a lot of Demonic Fury to consume, and then just dump it all on the target. Yeah, basically that's about it. You have to work around your Dark Soul cooldowns. Actually, what you want to do with this is you never want your Dark Soul on cooldown or prolong it on cooldown um, unless your Summon Doomguard is still on cooldown. But yeah, that should not. They should be timed exactly within each other of 5 seconds or something. Basically, right now, just repeating the ordinary stuff. Keep up your dots on the target. Keep doing the Hand of Cooldown stacking, and that's about it. Now the problem here is we have 1 minute, 1 entire minute to generate our Soulfire stacks or Soulfire procs, and we're already over the maximum amount of Soulfire. Now this is actually when it comes to mind that you kind of have to improvise. you when you're near your full Demonic Fury, what you want to do is just enter Demon form. It doesn't really matter, and it costs some Soulfires, or it costs like 2 Soulfires, 3 Soulfires, depending on your stacks, or empty it with like some Touch of Chaos. So right now I know that within 30 seconds I will have enough Soulfire procs to complete the cycle again, but I can be stacked on Demonic Fury or on Soulfire procs. So right now I just lowered it a little bit to like 500. Within 15 seconds I've got my cooldowns up. Right now you see I've got 7 procs, which is ideal in order to use my next heavy cooldown. Keeping up the dots in the meantime. As you can see right now, my Archmage procs, and I enter Demon form, summon my Doomguard, summon Dark Soul, and just dump it all. We had 9 procs, I think, yeah, and we're dumping them all, and this is where your heavy DPS comes from. Basically, you have to work around your Soulfire procs, around your Dark Soul with your Soulfire procs. Stack them so your next Dark Soul is up, and keep continuing with that. Actually, and this will end you up in the high war graphs, actually, or paragraphs, or statistics of rating. If you can execute this very well, you'll become a very, very good Warlock player. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I know it's a lot at first, but and it's really hard to execute it at first as well. I really it took me a couple of days before I knew the rotation myself. But yeah, if you keep on practicing, keep on executing this explanation I gave you, keep on working around your Dark Soul, keep on using your Hawk Weaves correctly, anything like that, I can assure you that no matter what the gear, if you will do better DPS than other people. Um, so yeah, if you liked the video, please comment below or whatever. If you have any questions regarding Warlock as well, you can feel free to comment. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm also streaming now and then, about 4 days in the week, during the week. So if you want, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Chasin Gaming. It would do wonders for me to gain some extra followers. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching.